Morning, everybody. Just gonna make a quick garden update. And there's the rooster queue. Corn is just days away from being ready. We've had a few close calls on some storms. I was afraid I was gonna come through and lay it down. It's a rare year that my corn doesn't get laid down by a storm. And knock on wood, I might have just jinxed myself. But the ears are filling out. Not quite there yet. This one here, it's got a wormhole right there. It's gonna have a corn worm in it. But it feels filled out. You can kind of feel how thick the ears getting underneath the shucks there. The silk is drying out, but it was drying out days ago, and it's kind of a false positive on when corn is ready. A lot of these ears aren't nowhere near ready, but you can see the silk is already drying down. But this ear you can see is getting fat. That's a better indication on when your corn's getting ready. And it might take a couple of ears to test and to get a more accurate feel of what your corn's doing. I did pull one the other day, and it wasn't quite filled out. It was getting some yellow color to it, but the kernels themselves was still pretty small. Still getting some squash, and cucumbers, and green beans. Let's get over here, other side of these green beans. I need to pick these again. So I've been sending some to my mother. She's been canning up some. She canned up 23 pints yesterday. But these are my iron and clay peas. No blooms on them yet, but it probably won't be long. They're sending out these runners, or semi-runners, whatever you want to call them. But these plants are tall. Probably the tallest cowpea variety I've ever had. Got a volunteer tomato in my green bean row. Looks like a Juliet. The roosters. Yeah, green beans. May have to get out here. I don't know. I'm tired of picking green beans. I've probably put up 6 cases of pints. I don't know how many my mother's put up. A couple of cases, and we've done some dilled green beans also. Been a good crop on the beans. Here's the red rippers. Looks like they're getting some blooms on them now, probably in the shade. So be pea picking time pretty soon. Got some paprika peppers over here, getting some color in them. I'll be dehydrating down and making some homemade paprika. I'm gonna need more than 1 or 2 peppers. But there's a few on there. A lot of these peppers, I had the English peas growing up on this trellis also, and it had them kind of choked out. So I got done with the English peas. I took all the vines off so these peppers could get some sun. These peppers need some sun. Still got lots of onions standing up straight. Pulled a few. Stinking roosters. Who needs some roosters? But there's a really nice one down here. They've done a lot better than I thought they was going to do. More onions. And my yard-long green bean, asparagus green bean, whatever you want to call them. It's a kind of an oriental bean. But, they make good stir fry ingredients. Get them right when they start plumping up. I had to shut the camera off, pick these beans. Got a nice little handful here. Got some in the house already. Maybe I'll get this one edited and uploaded. A few more red ripper blooms down here. But I tilled up all the daikon radishes into the dirt here, and I see deer tracks. Deer tracks in the garden. If I can keep them out of the okra. Okra and the peas. Now these yellow flowers, I'm not even sure what I planted. But the bees like them. They work them early in the morning. So I'll just leave them as long as they're blooming. Something for the bees. The okra, I did see it's getting ready to bloom. So I got tomato worm. These tomatoes, they're the worst looking crop I think of tomatoes I ever had, but I don't have time to fool with them. With everything else going on here, if I just get some tomatoes fresh to eat, that's fine. Got plenty of sauce left over from last year. I could start some new seeds and go for a fall crop, I guess. Yeah, some okra blooms. So we'll have some okra in a few days. But I'm not worried about these tomatoes. Like I said, I had the English peas on here too, and it kept them shaded and choked down. We was getting a lot of rain, and you can see it really affected them. But, I'm not trying to get a big tomato harvest. But the okra is blooming. So it won't be long, probably, and these iron and clay peas will probably be blooming. I made 13 jelly jars worth of pickle relish. So got plenty of pickle relish. I'm gonna get these beans in the house and throw up a little picture of some onions I've pulled.